What's going on, everyone? It's Marsellis back with another video. Today, we're going to be talking about Baby Doge. We're just going to go over some of the updates that we got going on for Baby Doge and all that good stuff. So definitely hit the like button and subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Leave a comment in the comment section and let me know what you all want me to go over in next. And without further ado, let's get straight to it. So let's go over Baby Doge. At the end of all this, we're going to go over the technical analysis. So don't worry about that. We'll go over the technical analysis for both Baby Doge and Bitcoin. But for right now, you can see we are down 3.6% in the last 24 hours here in Baby Doge. I mean, that's not too bad, but we are inching closer and closer to 8Z22. And I've been talking about this 8Z22 for a while, the 8Z22 support, and we're inching closer and closer there. If you don't know what the 8Z22 support, it's 8 zeros and then 22 at the end. And you can see all the way down there, that's where our Fibonacci is. So we're looking at an 8Z22 support right now, and it looks like we're slowly but surely inching to that 8Z22 support. Now, what we are seeing as us being at 8Z2793, we are kind of like trading sideways right now. So it looks like we found some support, but we're gonna have to see if we can stay above it right now. But yeah, let's see if we can. We are getting more holders here on Baby Doge, so we now have 1,703,222 holders. So all is well over there. So shout out to all the new holders, shout out to all the old holders, shout out to all the holders in general. But this is our update here for Baby Doge. So this is the weekly recap for Baby Doge. So I'm going to start from the top and go to the bottom. So for one, we almost have 203 quadrillion tokens burned. You can see here burned on the burn portal, 33 trillion tokens total. You can see our total followers is now at 1,813,125. You can now see that the primal token farm is now live on Baby Doge Swap. You can now see also we have Lovely Swap Farm live also. And then we have burn info analytics also for Baby Doge on the burn portal. Then we have listed on OpenOcean. OpenOcean listed us. Polynex listed us. SwiftyX listed us. Bitconomy listed us. So we got a lot of listings this week. One tail at a time impact video. That was for our donation video. And then we have over here the AP Appbit, something like that. Yeah, Appbit, something like that. Appbit listing, 1.8 million followers, all that good stuff. 1.7 million holders, xt.com trading competition, trending on crypto.com. Yes, I think that's pretty big for us trending on crypto.com. So I honestly think they will list Baby Doge in the future. We got a lot of articles written by Binance Smart Chain News, Baby Doge and CoinGecko to give away announcement. We got that Baby Doge CoinGecko giveaway announcement, and then we got the Crypto Insights top BNB chain project. So we did a lot for Baby Doge over the week, so nobody can take anything away from Baby Doge. The way that we just completely rose to the top here in Baby Doge, like impeccable. But yeah, shout out to the Baby Doge army for making this possible. But anyways, moving on from that, you can see we are still trending on Binance for their top trending coins. We're ranked number 4. Floki is ranked number 1. So we got to get back above there, above Floki, because right now we are below Floki. So hopefully we can get back above there. And yeah, hopefully we can. Now, as for Baby Doge Swap, you can see the liquidity is now at $50.58 million. You can see the total volume in the last 24 hours is at $554,000. So that has definitely dropped a lot dramatically. And you can also see over here, we are at 202.99 quadrillion Baby Doge burn. So yeah, we're literally almost at 203 quadrillion. That's going to be a huge, huge accomplishment for us to have that lifetime Baby Doge burn. So I'm waiting for that right now. And you can also see our last 24 hours Baby Doge burned is at 8.9 trillion Baby Doge, which is $24.8 thousand. So we're doing really good inside of Baby Doge with our volume still. Like we're still burning a lot just through the volume. Now our buyback burn is at $12,825. So we're doing all good there. And here's the burn portal. We're finally at 33 trillion Baby Doge burn, which is 91.8K. And we had the last 24-hour burn right here. And yeah, I just need to get to this next tier and burn 5 trillion total or 5 billion total. I've only burned a little bit less than 5 billion, but I need to burn about 1.5 billion more so I can get to that tier. So then I can have the 9% trading fees here. So yeah, all that is good as well. So we're doing pretty good there. Now, Moving on from this, we're going to go over here to the Baby Doge farms. We're going to show the farm updates. So you can see APR still low for some reason at 35%, probably because everything's down right now. But at 35% APR, total liquidity at $5.7 million. So we have lost a little bit there. And my Baby Doge earned is now going up slowly or slower because, we now have a lower APR. So obviously it's going to go up a lot slower than what it would. I did a whole video yesterday talking about the possibilities here with Baby Doge Swap, like looking at what $10,000 can get you inside of Baby Doge inside of 1 year. Inside of 1 year, $10,000 can get you $3,599, 3,500, pretty much $3,600. But that is inside of 1 year for the return on investment for 35.99% inside of APR. The 35% APR will get you $3,600 off of $10,000 in a year. And see, the reason why I like this is because we know that APR was higher. It was like 80 to 90%. Like we know it could get back up there. So we would be making a lot more money off of Baby Doge Swap if it was up there. Even if it wasn't up there, you could live off of $100,000, just 35K a year. That's what the average American lives off of. Let's say you even had $1 million, you're living off of 359K a year. So that's still a lot. Like that's way, way above average right there. So if you have $1 million, you're practically retired in Baby Doge if you know how to spend it right and if our farms don't fail. But if none of that happens, then you would be good inside of Baby Doge. So Baby Doge Swap is a really good option here. I really do like Baby Doge Swap. Shout out to all the people out there. Shout out to all the people out there running their projects as well on Baby Doge Swap. I know we got a lot of core KY seed, and I know we got a lot of public farms. Me personally, I don't jump in on public farms, but I do see that there are some public farms that are doing fairly well, compared to some other farms. So, but there are some farms on here that you just wouldn't even want to get in. Like there are some farms like that. So we can see those ones. But anyways, we are still seeing some people are still getting in on these farms. There's just a lot of farms that people are just making like random stupid names trying to get people to get in on their liquidity. But yeah, anyways, moving on from this though, we'll talk about something else in Baby Doge. So going back over here to DeFi Llama, we're now at rank 117 inside of Baby Doge Swap. So that's pretty good. That's $50.62 million in total value locked here on DeFi Llama. So we're doing good. 15% down for the last 7 days, 38% up for the last 30 days. So I guess we're still doing good there. Sheep Swap is still down, so we're still above Sheep Swap. That's the only thing that matters right now. We got to stay above Sheep Swap. But let's talk about Baby Doge some more now for our technical analysis. So first things first, we did just now drop down below the support here. So that's pretty important. That's a pretty important factor here with Baby Doge. And the support I'm talking about is right here. This is about 8Z276. So yeah, we dropped down below that. And we're literally right below it, trading below it, deciding whether or not we want to become bullish or bearish. So if we are to become bearish, obviously we know 8Z22 isn't that far away. Now, if we scroll out, it'll probably look like it's closer. But yeah, 8Z22 really is not that far away from 8Z27. So I think if we do continue to break down from here, then we're definitely going down to 8Z22. Now, if you look at the prior supports to where we were before in Baby Doge, that will give you an idea to where Baby Doge will be after things pull back down. So if you look at 8Z27, that's pretty much where we're at now. And you can look at the prior supports back in earlier in February. So what we're seeing here for these prior supports back in early February, we had support at 8Z275, right? But then we broke down below it and then we stayed above it. But we did have that support at 8Z275. And that's why I like these indicators because, it kind of shows you where your supports are going to be. So if you kind of go ahead and you bring that same logic down here for Baby Doge, you start to see that 8Z275 is also where our current support is stuck right now. So that just gives you the knowledge and the information to know like we are at a critical point. If we break down below this support, we are going to have a very easy time getting down to 8Z22, which wouldn't be a good thing because we'd be going down. It'd be a good thing for the long-term holders because you can get a good discount, but it wouldn't be a good thing for people that aren't long-term holders. So if you're not a long-term holder, what's about to happen now could be bad for you. But for the long-term holders, if we break down below this area here, then obviously, it's almost a straight shot down to 8Z22. We do have very, very minor support at 8Z25, and you can see it here. Very, very minor support at 8Z25. So I wouldn't even worry about 8Z25 honestly, because I think it'll be a straight drop down to 8Z22 if we were to become bearish in this scenario. It would be a straight drop down to 8Z22. So that's just my predictions here. So we're gonna have to wait for that, and let's go over to the 4 hour charts as well. So also looking at the 4 hour charts, you can kind of still see we have the same supports. If we were to drop down, we have that same 8Z25 minor support I was just now talking about. And you can see here that minor support, the green area shows this is our supply and demand, and that supply and demand of less demand or more demand. It shows you that there's more demand in that area. So here's where we got over here. So this is pretty much 8Z. I want to deem this as 8Z25. That is our support down here. But I was saying it'll be an almost immediate drop down to 8Z22 if we were to break that support. And because this is very minor support. So it's like it's something that I don't even worry about or really even look at like that. So honestly, I think that we do have the possibility to still rise here, but it looks like we have to find our foundation first. We have to find our supports and our foundation first before we continue to have bullish movements inside of Baby Doge. So before we continue to become bullish, we need to find that support so we can build that momentum back up. So that's why I think 8Z22 it'll be good for us just so we can build that momentum. And if we go below it, it'll be 8Z12. And before we go to 8Z12, it should stop at 8Z16 before it goes all the way down there. So that's what we could see inside of Baby Doge coming up soon. So just to kind of recap that, we drop if it's bearish, we drop down to 8Z25, right? And then we effortlessly break 8Z25 and go down to 8Z22, and then we have a very good support at 8Z22, kind of trading between these areas, seeing if whether or not we can become bullish. If we can become bullish, the bearish scenario is completely X'd out, right? If we become bullish, then we can get past 8Z30. But if we don't become bullish, then you got to take into account what the bearish scenario would be. So first we would break down, hit 2.5, effortlessly break 2.5 down to 2.2, try to break past 2.2 like I said before, and then going down here to the support at 8Z16 almost immediately from 2.2 down to 1.6 because that's where our next support is. We don't have support until we get down to 8Z16. That's why I say this is very critical. It's very easy for us to drop down below and just completely, destroy everything because you can see very, very minor resistance going up from 8Z22 above 8Z25. Very minor resistance, meaning when we come back on the other side of things, it's going to be very minor support now. So if we drop down below, it's going to break past that very, very easily. So that's something that you got to remember. And the same thing for AZ22. It was very minor at AZ22. So if we break AZ22, we're going to effortlessly drop down to AZ16, and then we might have some problems going below AZ16. But you can see what I'm talking about here. So hopefully we don't stay bearish. But if we do, I'm not going to complain because it's just a good buying opportunity for me personally and for anyone else who is a long-term holder for Baby Doge. Also a few other things. We got to talk about Bitcoin here. So yeah, let's go over to Bitcoin. Now, as for Bitcoin, Bitcoin is doing some interesting movements. I was trading Bitcoin futures last night and I got a pretty good trade because I noticed something that was looking very, very evident inside of Bitcoin. So I drew this little wedge out. I was like, look, there's no way we're going to become bullish on this wedge because we just keep staying here on the downside. Like when we got here, we just did not want to move back above it. And I'm like, yeah, this is definitely a short. Opened up a short for Bitcoin futures, made a good little profit off of it. It was like 2%. Wish I would have put more money in it because then that 2% would have been worth a lot. And just so people kind of know, like when you're trading Bitcoin futures, let's say 2% is average. That's an average gain for a futures trade. It's not hard to get 2% off a futures trade. It's actually very easy if you know what you're doing. So like if you're just getting a 2% gain off of $10,000, you're getting $200. And mind you, that 2% gain that I seen, yeah, I held it for a little bit, like for like an hour or two, because at first it was wrong. First I was like, all right, we're doing we're doing some shorts, right? We're gonna go down. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna buy here. We're definitely gonna continue to go down. Now we started to go up, but then we started to go down, and that's when I was like, all right, I'm profiting off of my shorts future, my future shorts. So that's what I really like about trading futures. And yeah, I was just like, all right, I'm gonna get my shorts here, ride it out, and I was like, okay, I'm just gonna keep holding it, and then boom. So if I had $10,000, that would have been an easy $200. If I had $100,000, that would have been an easy $2,000. If I had $1 million, that would have been an easy $20,000. So there's a huge importance in doing like stuff like this in trading whenever you're looking at it from the macros. So that's why, I'm working really, really hard to have that trading, the money to actually be able to trade. And well, I guess we could talk about trading more, or if you all want to do some, live streams where we do nothing but trade, we can do that as well. But anyways, what we're seeing here on Bitcoin, this whole area was oversold. So this whole area coming outside of that wedge is oversold here on Bitcoin. So right now we're having buying coming back in because every time you're oversold, you always have that buying flowing back into the market. So like we're oversold on the oscillator, and now it's curving upwards, and now buying pressure is about to start coming in. I reckon this buying pressure should bring us up to about 23.3K. So if I were to open some futures for Bitcoin, I would buy some longs, and I would just long Bitcoin until 23.3K from 23.1K, and that would probably come out to be another 2%. That is what you would call a 2% trade there, and it's very easy to track because it's almost evident that we're definitely going to have an increase up here to 23.3K. When you look at the indicators, you can even see it increasing now. And if I take off the indicators, you can see those green candlesticks forming up now. So this is about to become a little bit bullish here. This would be a good trade. And like I said, if I had $1,000, this would only be a $20 trade. If I had $10,000, this would only be a $200 trade. If I had $100,000, this would be a $2,000 trade. If I had a whole total of $1 million, this would then be a $20,000 trade. So yeah, there's a huge possibilities when you make big money. Like when you have big money in crypto, it's very easy to make money. Very easy to make money when you have a lot of money. So like, look, you just take $1 million like that, ride it up to there. You could even sell it out right here for 0.5% inside of if you want to do just 0.5% in those gains, you could stop it there at 0.5%. But or you could just ride it out to do the whole 2% gains. So that's why I really like trading here. But yeah, I'm gonna do a lot more videos doing future trading for Bitcoin and showing the possibilities people could get with those. And like I said, it's way better if you have a lot more money. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and close this out. We already kind of went over technical analysis for Baby Doge, Bitcoin, and all that. So I'm gonna close it out very soon. But first, we're gonna go to the 4 hour chart here. So looking at the 4 hour chart, it's still showing some bearish movements. So even if we're bullish, yeah, short term you could see it increasing, but I feel like we're gonna get immediately rejected. Just looking at the oscillator here, we still have a support line down here at 21K that wants to be met. It needs to be met. Like we need to go down to 21K in order to continue to build momentum to rise with Bitcoin. I think if we go down to 21K or 20K or even back down to 16K, like that will be the momentum we need to really pass 30K. And I think that we could build that momentum up here in Bitcoin. So we're gonna have to wait. It looks like we're gonna increase short term, and then we're gonna get rejected here because there's red areas showing supply and demand of less demand. So we should be getting rejected here, pulling back down after we hit this resistance of 23.3K. But yeah, this is pretty much all I got for y'all today. Definitely hit the like button and subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this financial advice. Leave a comment in the comment section, and as always, I'll be back with another video.